Welcome back to financial transparency class at the Storehouse Farm. So here is everything we spent on the farm for business in the month of May. And also I should note everything is a loose term. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Things get crossed all the time, which I know is not good business sense, but we're working on it. We're new. Okay. So first up, we have sheets. This is something that actually doesn't get tracked a lot and I need to get better at it, is gas. Like we're pumping up our car and then we fill up the gas jugs for mowing, or we grab diesel for the tractor. And that's often something that gets forgotten, like receipt wise. So, and I know you're thinking like, hey, why don't you just have a business card and do everything on your business? We're currently operating business-wise in the red. So while we do have a business card, the expenses that we have are larger than what we have coming in to our business. And so there are times when we are using our personal accounts to make purchases. We could just transfer the money to our business and then it just all be true. But this is what we're doing right now. Okay, sheets, gas, $26.21. The receipts feel less for this month. Okay. Speaking of less. Okay, next one is a mom and pop nursery garden center, and it is in Rhodesville, Virginia. My friend actually was the one that told me about this, and I'm so glad she did. They had a huge Mother's Day sale, and that is when I jumped on landscaping for the main parts of the house. We still have 2 sides left to landscape, but that has like the stairs and the air conditioning unit, and that's where the outdoor shower are gonna be. So it's gonna be a lot less landscaping, and so we wanted to get landscaping started on this side so that when we start using the downstairs space, the shop, it is pleasing to the eye, because it was not. It has not been. Okay, so Deep Roots. My most expensive Mother's Day present ever. $544.73 for a bunch of plants. Lowe's, are we surprised? We are not. More plants. This time, $47.36. And I remember this one specifically. I bought a handful of, the code in Lowe's, like in the computer system, is distressed plants. I shop in the clearance section at Lowe's for plants pretty much exclusively. Anytime I buy a Lowe's, I'll walk in, run in, and check the clearance section just to see if there's anything that I can use or rescue, or both. And I had my kids with me this time, and the plants on our cart were like brown and the leaves were yellowing. And you okay? And she's like, Mom, why do our plants look like that? Why are we buying dead plants? And the cashier just laughed. I was like, these are the plants we can afford. One day you can buy not dead plants. One day you can buy not dead plants. Okay, another Lowe's. I started writing plants before I even, So more distressed plants and some seeds. At this point, I thought we were done buying seeds, but I'm gonna share in another video my garden experience so far, and it will explain why I've purchased so many seeds at this point. Okay. This trip was $180.47. See what else we got. Mulch monkeys. Bet you can't guess what they sell. We got, but actually we didn't get an order of mulch from them. We got an order of soil, and it was $673.74. This was an entire dump truck load of topsoil compost mix, and different place than we ordered our raised bed soil from, which I'll explain in another video. But this was the dirt for the garden beds around our house. And it's the best dirt I've ever used in my life, so it was worth it. This one I think went through the wash or was in my husband's like sweaty pocket. Okay, this is Tractor Supply. And this was for all of the fencing material that we used to fence in our raised bed garden area, which the fence is to keep the deer out, but actually we haven't really had too many issues with deer in that garden. It's the chickens, our chickens, and the cats, our cats. So, I guess if I didn't have any animals, I would have saved $715.34 this month. Walmart, they were having a mulch sale, and I regretted actually not getting more mulch back in April. So this was not as good of a deal, but still better than normal. And that was $78.03. I have a few other things that I don't have receipts for that you spent money on. Okay, so I have Goodwill. I spent $57 at Goodwill in May, and that was on a large collection of baskets and a few other items that I'm gonna use for holding wreath class supplies and to like decorate the shop downstairs. Some more seeds from Johnny's. Why am I spelling that wrong? Okay. $46.66 on some more seeds. Spoiler alert, they didn't grow. Venmo transaction to Woodsdale Farm, which is actually a farm of a friend and a former coworker, and she is who we buy our chickens from. And that was $260 for chickens. You guys, I'm laughing. I totaled everything up with my calculator, and just based on the amount of receipts that I had, the transactions really seemed to be less compared to the month before. Okay. $2,629.54. Starting to wonder if maybe this series is convincing myself to move. Just kidding. I love it. We love it. I love it. Talking about money. Hope this wasn't awkward. Don't make it awkward. And I'm gonna say this at the end of every video. I feel like the next month doesn't have as many like financial needs, but then I'm always eating my words. So maybe I won't say that this time. Take it back. Thanks for watching financial transparency class at the Storehouse Farm. If you enjoyed it and want to stay up to date with the amount of money it's costing us to run a business, start a business, run a business, grow things, keep up our land, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We would so appreciate it. Who knows, maybe one day soon we'll be in the green.